I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to today's video. Today we're going to talk about a topic that some of you might find interesting and informational. You might get a little bit of knowledge out of this, and some of you guys might just find this kind of bizarre and strange, and some of you just want to watch. So as you guys know, we breed snakes. We own SFB Exotics. So for those of you that are new to the channel, or maybe you started following from a video I did about cars or something non-snake related, we also own tons and tons of snakes, and we breed snakes. We have a lot of people that have bought snakes from us this year, but one of the things when you're breeding snakes that you're going to come across with baby snakes is sometimes they just don't eat. We feed all of our babies live mice right out of the gate. It makes them just eat quicker, makes our life a lot easier because they're usually more apt to eat a live mouse than a frozen thawed mouse. So we're going to show you what happens when a snake does not eat. It just absolutely refuses to eat. Some snakes I don't know if it's because they're scared or insecure or timid, but sometimes when you put a live mouse near them, they just kind of ball up, they go in a corner, they go the other way, they're just not interested in eating. It's almost like they just don't have that instinct to eat. So there's two things that you have to do. One is called assist feeding, and one is called force feeding. So the difference between the two is you take a dead mouse, like a baby mouse, because these snakes are going to be tiny, and all of our mice come frozen, and then we thaw them out, we warm them up, and what you're going to do is take a wet one, because it's going to be a lot easier to put it into their mouth when it's wet versus when it's dry. And we're going to hold the snake right behind the head a little bit, and we're going to take this mouse and we're going to pry it right in his lips, and eventually his little lips will open and he might just bite onto it from instinct there. And then sometimes they'll wrap it, or sometimes they'll actually just start eating the mouse. So that's called assist feeding. So that might happen. And the other thing that happens is when they won't do that, is that same thing. We put the mouse right in front of their face and we start to push it into their nose, and they open their mouth and they start to open. Sometimes they start to fight it and try to pull away. But what we're going to do is actually push it all the way down its throat. So once it goes past my fingers that are holding its head, I'm just going to kind of work it down. Or the snake might actually start to kind of just swallow it at that point. Sometimes the snakes will actually try and push it all the way back up and out. So that's why we want to make sure we push it down far enough so that doesn't happen. So that's what's on the agenda for today. We are going to assist feed one of our snakes, and let me show you what the snake actually is, because this snake is really important to me. It's a snake I'm keeping. It's a holdback. This isn't a snake that I plan to sell. So let me get that snake out so you can see what that is. So this is the snake. This is a female Enchi clown. So for those that are into snakes will understand why I'm keeping her. All right, so you can see she's getting very thin. You can see sometimes a little bit by the tail. See how the skin's starting to bubble up there, or actually kind of fold up a little bit. So we've had this snake now for a couple months, and it has not eaten. We've given it, well, think when a snake is born, the snake's going to take a little bit of time to shed. We let the snake get its first shed out of the way, and then we offer it food. So it's going to take sometimes a week or two for them to shed, and then we let them settle for about 4 days on their own. We separate the snakes, put them in their own bins, and then what we'll do is wait and then offer them food. So the snake's first meal isn't even coming for about almost the end of its first month. So when I say it hasn't eaten in a couple months, you can see it's not the end of the world. Snakes will live. Most of these snakes can go a very long time without food. Let's get that in frame. You can see the body of this thing. Such a cool snake, cool pattern. So it's still lively and alert. So what I have is a very tiny pinky mouse. We warmed it up. It's in hot water. We're going to take it out of there, and we're going to actually do the feeding now. So I'm going to grab Kristen, see if she doesn't mind holding the camera for us, and I'll show you how we assist feed or force feed this snake. I'm actually really excited because I really do like the snake. So we need the snake to survive. We do need to help it. So let's get going. So I'm going to use this end to help guide this down once we start feeding.
You made a monster.
So what I'm doing is just gently loosening my grip behind his head. Her head, excuse me. So that way the mouse can just slip past my fingers. That's in there. And just gently guiding it down. And now what we're gonna do is we'll push her head shut and let's see if she starts to eat this on her own. Come here. Now let's see if she just takes over the instinct of eating. The goal is that she starts eating now. Alright, so there we go. What did you guys think about that? Comment down below and let me know. So as you saw, hopefully you can see in that video, I pushed that mouse just so it was like in the back of the throat, but still kind of like stuck in the teeth of the snake, and then I set it down just to see what would happen. Sometimes the snakes will just push it right back out and spit it out, and then sometimes they'll actually chew on it and start to swallow it down. So that's what just happened here, which was a really good sign. So once it was like in its mouth, it didn't really freak out too much, and it just started to like slowly chomp away and push it down its throat on its own. So it's all the way down now, which is a really good sign. So we'll do this again in about a week. We'll see how it handles with digesting it, how fast it passes it through and everything. So in about a week, we'll do it again. We'll probably do this about maybe 2 more times, and then we might go back to trying to offer again a live mouse and see how that goes. So that's it. So if this is the first time you found one of my videos, please hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button on this video. If you have time, comment something down below. It helps support the channel because it lets YouTube know that you guys actually like our videos and that you're interacting in it. So I appreciate if you do something along those lines. How about we end this video? I have a couple other mice and baby rats in here that we warmed up. They're all dead, so you're not going to see any animals suffer. I bought them dead. They were shipped to my house, and they've been sitting in a freezer in the garage. So let's feed a couple snakes. I'll let you guys watch some of that, and that's how we'll close out this video. So thanks for watching. I will catch you guys in the next vlog. Let's go feed some snakes.
Take it down.